Okay, I'm doing another video. You were saying that the other one wasn't working for the sound. So what I'm going to do here is um the errors that were happening before. These are the errors so far. So, like I said, instead of going back and forth, I'm just adding these to. I'm just going to add these to the end right here. So that solves that. Those errors are done. So there's no errors as of now. So basically, there's three tasks for you. There's this Eric database too, and every day, well, you have to obviously. The guy is working on these here. He's going to get these 12 through 18. Whenever he's done these, you have to fix those. Obviously, when I say fix them, he's putting all the information, and you're just going to have to do the deals tab pretty much. We copied over aggregators and help tables because I don't know how to do all that, obviously. So he's doing all the 1 year formula, but you have to finish that 1 year formula, I believe. Or maybe it's working. Oh, yeah, I guess it is working. So, like I said, what you would have to do when he's finished, it's this Eric Links here. I'm going to put here Eric Links finish stocks 12 through 18. As of now, 12 and 13 are done. So if you want to do it in this order, this is fine. Stock order number 1. If you want to just do it like that, that's fine. Now you don't have to fix the errors because I put the errors in sheet number 18. So the first thing you could do if you want is to just fix all of these, because that way, you're already used to doing that. And then once all of those are done, you only have to do this in database 2. Once it's all done, then every day you would need to do the results. Now, where I'm at is that so stock order number 2 would be daily, meaning every stock trading day. Import all of the links. Oh no, import all of the results from the Eric links for all of the deals tabs, and put those results in Eric database 2, which again is obviously here. So would that mean, and also too, I'm going to say please note every day the results do not update correctly until 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's and then stock order number 3 is obviously just test those results. Test those results using the testing tab. The testing tab is right here. You know how to test the stocks. So I'm going to email you the instructions now. Why is my computer slow? Stock instructions. Okay. I just sent that to you. So what I mean is that every day. So if I look at today's calendar, that's January 30th. So since it's 7:30 in the morning, that means it's obviously past 8 o'clock at night, because 8 o'clock at night was like 12 hours ago. So it's going to have the stock results from yesterday. So this is what my assistant wrote down. So these were all of the results. So I would want you to have a formula that automatically does that. So what my assistant is now doing is that he's opening up stocks 1 through 11, because obviously these ones are all done. And then for each one, he would do here and do Control F and type in the word match. And like this one here has one match. Well, again, sometimes it takes a little while to load. That's the thing. It could say one, but then it's more. So you have to wait till it's totally loaded. It takes a long time. And then match. It's still loading with this blue bar right here. Okay, so CLPT. My assistant should have wrote that down. So let's see if he did. If I go to ARIC Database 2, yeah, he did write it down. This one did not qualify, but he did write it down. So you don't have to worry about qualifying it. So basically, let me do another example though, because I don't want to. So if we do another example, we would do match. What the heck's going on with this formula? This thing like disappeared. Oh, what's going on? There we go. Match. There's several matches here. Let's just say ARQQ, right? That's another match. Okay. So how am I? So basically, what I would need copied over is everything that's relevant here. So if it's ARQQ, here's what I'm going to put it in yellow. We would need the ARQQ copied. Where it says goal 3-day down, we would just want the words 3-day down copied. So that's what we would need. We would need, I guess, obviously, you would want to put, I guess the date would be helpful as well, because the date is, if we look at the date is stated right here in orange. You see that? I'm not making up, well, yeah, this is for ARQQ. I'm not making up the date. So anytime the data is copied over, I tell my assistant to double check the date. So the date needs to be copied, the ticker, and the end goal. So right here for stock order number 2, I'm going to write stock order number 2 process, copy over columns B, C, and E. Okay. So then once you copy them over, so that's the process for stock order number 2. Then the process for stock order number 3. So basically, this process is copying all deals from stocks 1 through 18, but only do 1 through 11 now. Because obviously, 1 through 11 are the ones that are done. If we go to ARIC links, see these in orange, these are done. Well, technically, these are done 12 and 13, but you would have to just do them. So basically, stock order number 2, you copy all the deals. You copy all the deals from stocks 1 through 11 and paste the results in ARIC Database 2. So that's obviously what we did. And we're only copy over columns B, C, and E. Because again, B, C, and E would be date, ticker, and end goal. So basically this is date, ticker, end goal. And then when we're doing step number 3, which is the testing process. So let's just go back to this ARQQ. When we test it here, if you have a formula that can automatically copy over this crap right here in orange. So if we go to the bottom here, and technically it would have to copy over this as well. This would be a little bit harder to code. So the reason why this is well, first of all, you'd have to do some sort of formula that when you type in ARQQ to test it, there are results for 3-day down. If there wasn't, you would write error, and that would be one of the ones that you made a mistake on. You're doing very good so far. There was only like 3 errors so far, and we've probably tested like 500 stocks or so. So if you did this, it would have to copy over buy. Why is it a buy? Because these are positive numbers. If these are positive numbers, then it's a buy. So you would have to copy over, only copy over columns D. Is a the answer is either buy or short. So if this was a negative number, then it was a short. See, when my assistant was testing AV, this was a short, because if you look at AV, that was a 3-day down pattern, and that right there, these were negative numbers. So basically, so you would copy over column D here in orange, which is a buy or a short. Buy is a positive test result percentage, and a short is a negative test result percentage. That's basically what they are. And then you would want to copy over F, which is the yearly ROI. And you would want to copy over G, which is the patterns. And then H, which is the win ratio. So it's very simple. If we go back to ARQQ, all this information is here. Let me just delete what my assistant put. So let me just show you how this works from scratch. If my assistant got this because ARQQ says 3-day down for the goal. It doesn't matter if this says short or buy right here. Ignore this, because you didn't technically do all these correctly. And this is proof why you didn't do them correctly, because you're saying to short it. It's not the short. So basically ARQQ, when we test it, we copy the ticker here. Then at the bottom, it says 3-day down. Is that the result? Yes, it's 3-day down. So then these two are positive numbers. They're either going to be both positive or both negative. There's never going to be like where one's positive and one's negative. These are positive numbers, and also here it says that there's more positive results than negative results. So you could obviously use that in your formula if you wanted to as well. So I'm going to do it in purple. So for this number 3, we write by the yearly ROI is here, the biggest number that there is. We copy that. And then the next one, we copy this, because that's 14 positive and 7 negative. And then we copy the bottom, which is how often this stock has won in these patterns. And then I made a formula here that just copies, I don't know why it didn't work. But anyway, maybe I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh yeah, some whatever. My assistant should be just copying the formula. He's like adding them up. This formula I made here just adds up the numbers. So 14 and 7 is 21.